How's it going, everybody? It's Blackjack. Welcome back to Crystalline. I awaken bright and early the next morning, a little drunker than normal. Leanne and I have a quick spar and practice and return to the group just in time for breakfast. After we finish eating and clean up the camp, we waste no time in resuming our journey towards Costa Corral. It was kind of nice having her close to me all day, though. I'm a little disappointed Leanne's already changed back into her usual outfit. Actually, I'm not. I'm actually more excited for that. After all, she kept the wolfskin armor, so she must at least like it a little bit. I read that completely wrong. We'll have to have another wager soon sometime. Kara glances over me and Leanna, Zach standing close behind her.
No new wagers today.
No, weird. It's like she loses once and she's like, not interested. Nope.
Too bad.
I know. You want to have a wager, Kara?
I know. My source of entertainment's gone. This is gonna be a long trip.
The only source of entertainment that you need and that you completely neglect is right there. You are worst boy. Worst boy. The worst of worst boys. You're the worstest boy. Kara hugs Zach's arm and pushes herself close to him.
I'm sure I could find a way to keep you entertained.
I'm more than positive you can. And I'm going to start walking now.
Same here.
Amelia's shoulders are packed and leads the way. The pongo hops into my shoulders as we set off. The road towards Costa Corral is clear, and we make good time. With the sun high in the sky, sweat pricks my skin. The temperature is much milder here than it was back north. It's a welcome change from the previous cold. I also keep hitting my scroll wheel. We arrive at Costa Corral in the afternoon. Like I said, this reeks of a Final Fantasy town. As we pass through the gates, like Final Fantasy VII, I can't remember what the name of the city actually is, but like you arrive on the beach and like everything, and then it just has like the seafront and everything, or the waterfront and all that other stuff. It's kind of what it reminds me of. Final Fantasy VII is the game I'm thinking of. As we pass through the gates, the first thing I notice is the salty breeze coasting through town. The house and shops are all built higher above ground than what I'm used to seeing, with large, wide windows to let in the sun and breeze. We pass through the main square. People peruse the shops, but the bustle isn't quite as busy as the previous towns. Shopkeepers laze by the desk, fanning themselves with wide woven fans. The slow pace of the town calms me. This would be a really nice change of pace. And wow, Blackjack, you're not that drunk. This would also be a really nice place to just relax for a few days. There's a bright smile on Leanna's face as she enjoys the wind combing through her hair. Everyone seems to feel some tranquility. The same tranquility. Wow, everyone seems to feel the same tranquility that I do. Tranquilo, Blackjack. Oh my God, I give up. After passing through town, we find the inn where we settle down. We order some food and situate ourselves near an open window. Amelia immediately consults her notes.
Now that we have arrived at Costa Corral, it would be in our best interest to survey the area and search for additional information which can lead to the water temple.
Have I been calling this Coastal Corral? Because my dumbass should have known that's Coral and not Corral. This isn't the Golden Place. There's also not two R's in it. No one answers her. I look at the rest of the group and they're staring out of the window. Following their gaze, the view from the inn overlooks brilliant white sands and crystal blue water. I'd be looking with them. The pongo pops out from seemingly nowhere and settles near the window.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, I know, right? Kara grins broadly and leans closer to the window to get a better look. Even Zach relaxes as he watches the gentle lapping of the waves. Only Amelia remains transfixed on her notes. Hey, yeah, Amelia, if even Zach has a clue, you should have one.
Perhaps we should inquire with the locals here as to the whereabouts of the temple.
Fuck that! It's beach party time! Leanna reluctantly tears her gaze away from the beach.
Well, I suppose we should do that.
No, let's have a vote.
Or we could take a break from all that traveling and take some time to recharge and then staff information.
Best girl. I vote that.
Point.
Pongo seconds that vote.
Pongo's got good taste.
Kara kneels down and pats Pongo in the head. He chirps happily.
We've arrived here for a purpose, and that purpose should be fulfilled.
Alright, we're gonna send you back to the academy if you're gonna be this way, okay?
That's true, but Wouldn't we have more success after we've had a chance to rest and can search with fresh eyes?
That sounds like 4 to 1. Zach, what do you say?
I've been feeling a bit pale after spending so much time in the cold north. It'd be so nice to just relax and bask in the sun for a while.
The beach sounds like a great idea.
There's a pause as we blink at Zach. Really?
Of course.
Don't you argue with him. He's on your side. Leanna wrinkles her brow.
There's no reward for going to the beach.
Who cares?
Not everything I do has to have a reward.
Yeah, he wants to just go to the beach. How about you stop complaining? No, notice that it's 5-on-1 here and just go. Kara smirks and wraps herself around Zach. Oh, there will be one, is what she's about to say.
Obviously, his motivation for going to the beach is to spend more time with me.
Close.
I take it back. Let's do Amy's thing.
God damn it, fuck you, Zach.
Hey!
Amy looks thoughtful.
The journey here has been long. I suppose a brief repose could be a good idea.
Alright, fine. Amy's on our side and Zach's the weird one. It's still 5-1. That's all that matters. Alright, we're going to the beach, motherfuckers!
Then it's settled.
I don't know about you guys, but I didn't exactly pack my swimsuit. That's fine.
Good point.
I noticed a few clothing shops we passed on our way here. Perhaps we may find something suitable within.
That also works.
Why don't we take a look at the shops, and then we all can meet down at the beach?
Okay. We agree to the plan and begin to head off while when Kara stops me and Zach.
Nuh-uh. No boys allowed.
I see that sly face of yours. I love it so much, though. What?
It'll be way more fun if it's a surprise. Trust me.
I mean, she's not wrong. She winks and hurries out with Leanna and Amy before we can protest. That leaves just Zach and me to team up for this. Team up and shop for swimsuits. Drinking makes words slur or can't talk as well. After leaving the inn together, we browse the local bazaar. We each flip through the racks. Zach grabs the first pair of dark swim trunks he finds and brings it up to the counter for purchase, of course. Wow, that was fast. I should save, because I'm going to have to buy something. He shrugs.
It's not like it really matters.
You know what, for you, yeah, no it doesn't. Who gives a shit? You wear whatever you want. I take a look at a few different styles, but ultimately decide on an orange suit. You know what, orange is my favorite color. I'm okay with that. After buying our suits, we head down to the beach to get changed. We carefully tread down the stairs, carved into the wall of the cliff until our feet touch the warm sand. Hey, we're back at Ace Academy! Wow! The beach is laden with visitors. Children build sandcastles or race by the water, shrieking when the waves lap at their feet. Even more children play along the cliffs, chased by their parents who fiercely scold them. Most people lounge beneath the sun, flipping every so often to even out their tans. Zach and I wait for the girls in a more secluded spot. That doesn't sound creepy.
Boy.
I glance down to see the Pongo has returned. You made it here before the girls. Where's your swimsuit?
Boy.
Is that just me or does he sound disappointed? We continue to wait. And wait. So Zach, what kind of swimsuits do you think the girls will get? Sorry, I'm trying to stretch out my foot right now. Zach shrugs.
Nice ones, I would guess.
Yeah, just nice ones. I nod. Really looking forward to seeing. For me, though. Alright, there's gonna be a rewind at some point, but I got him. Kara rocking a bikini. Zach frowns.
Don't you have someone else you should be thinking about?
Oh! Oh, we get defensive all of a sudden now. Does he know? Like who?
I don't know. Maybe a certain busty blonde with blue eyes?
No, my eyes have always been focused on a busty brunette girl with green eyes. My face reddens. There's nothing going on. I freeze in my brain, rewinds that last sentence. What do you mean, busty? Zach shrugs. Finally, we hear the girls. All right, let's go back. Hold on. One second. All right, let's do the obvious choice we should do. What kind of swimsuit Leanna chooses. Based on her reaction to her wolfskin armor, I guess she would cover up and might cover up a bit more.
Yeah, but don't forget, she actually kept the wolfskin armor.
But we're in public. True, so she might maybe secretly like showing more skin.
You know better than I would.
Easy. What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, if there's anyone she'd enjoy showing more skin to, it's certainly not me.
Fair point. My cheeks heat up at that thought.
It's Kara.
That is probably very true. Zach nods. Finally, we hear the girls before we see them. Kara leads the way and bounces into view. Her string bikini seems to be struggling to stay put. Oh boy. Alright, everybody prepare yourself. Get the sensor ready, editor. I know it's coming.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Were you waiting long?
Never mind. It's not bad at all. He responds with a low guttural gurgle. Really? Kara blinks.
I mean, yes, we were waiting forever.
She grins. She slies grinly? That's what I was about to say. She grins slyly.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It took a while for me to find the perfect suit.
Well done. She spins around.
So, what do you think?
I'm okay with it. Zach shrugs.
It's fine.
This guy, man. This dude. He's something else. Kara pouts. Before she can respond, Leanna and Amy catch up to us. Leanna's white bandeau suit? The fuck is... What is a bandeau? What is... No, I need to know. What is it? Of course, it's a fucking French word. I could have figured that one out, but... So I think band in French is like strip. Like not like to strip, but like strip. Like the noun strip. So it's like a strip of clothing just going across. So, but that's not even technically... Like, there's... I have issues. Fine. I'm accepting it. I'm happy. Leanna's white bandeau suit hugs her in all the right ways, while Amy's pink ruffles make her look cute and girly. I give Leanna a once-over. This is my new favorite outfit. Forget about your wolfskin armor. You should wear this every day. She glances down at herself.
I'd probably make a lot more friends if I wore this all the time.
Probably. After hearing that, I become acutely aware of the lingering eyes on her as people pass by. That's fine. You two are still a thing, so who cares? Actually, never mind. In fact, you should change back to whatever you were wearing before. Alright. Leanna giggles. Amelia walks right past us and settles into the sand. Hey there, Amy.
Greetings.
What are you doing?
I am selecting the prime location for me to begin my construction.
Construction?
Of the most structurally sound sand fortress.
You have fun with that.
Boy.
Papago bounds over to Amy and wobbles excitedly.
Of course, you may be of assistance.
For science. Leanna pulls me aside as Amy starts digging the sand. Good.
Why don't we go check out the water?
That's cool with me. Good idea. Also, why do you just randomly have like a band here and a band on your leg? It's very confusing. I take Leanna's hand and lead her towards the ocean. She glances furtively? Oh, furtively, yeah. Back at the others. But nobody pays any attention to us. Her fingers intertwine with mine as a smile graces her lips. She carefully dips her toe in the water. Just one toe. Come on. I sneak up behind her and shove her into the water. She yelps and instinctively throws out her arm to channel magic, but she's not wearing a manipulator. Instead, she swings her arm wildly as she falls over. Sputtering, she pushes herself back up and fixes a glare at me. It was an accident? She grabs my arm before I can move out of the way and yanks me towards her. I lose my balance and splash into the water with her.
Come on in! The water's fine!
Leanna splashes me as I dive out of the way before returning the splash. She ducks in the water, but a few droplets catch her. I mean, it's water. Naturally, it will. She grins mischievously and uses her arm to send a small wave my way. Whoa! I try to swim out of the way, but the wave splashes my face. And that's how she wants to play. Use both my arms to send an even larger wave over in Leanna's direction. She automatically moves her arm in casting position. This sounds like I need to save. Hoping to push the wave away from her and realize it's too late that she's not wearing a manipulator. She really needs to get... Yeah, old habits must die hard. The wave crashes around her.
Oh, you are so going to regret that.
No, I won't. Uh-oh. Let's not do anything rash now. I try to swim away and put some more distance between her and myself. For all I know, she's gonna somehow send a tsunami my way. Doesn't have the ability to do that. Leanna swims closer to the gap, to close the gap. We're just having fun, right? No. I ready myself for the worst, but to my surprise, Leanna swims over to me and boops me on the nose. Even better. Huh?
Fooled you!
She giggles.
I got you all riled up for nothing.
Oh, yeah? I grab her waist and pull her into me. She gasps as she looks up at me. She her chest against my own. With the team back, she doesn't seem like she's noticing whatsoever. With the team back on the bench, I draw Leanna into a lingering kiss. Her eyes flutter as we pull breathlessly away. Now who's the one who's all riled up? It's still you.
Still you.
Yeah, duh. She playfully pushes me away, trying to mask the color in her cheeks. Leanna squeezes some of the water out of her hair.
I think I'm ready to dry out a bit in the sun.
I don't think that that's how hair works. You can't just, I mean... Also, to be fair, I don't have, like, long, straight hair, so it's kind of hard for me to say this, but I'm pretty sure your hair isn't like a sponge where you can just wring it all out. Again, I'm not the expert on the subject. Anyway. Yeah, same here. Let's go check back in with the others. We head back to the shore. Amelia's fortress looks to be nearly complete. That girl works fast. The Pongo bounces from buttress to buttress, a little shovel in his mouth. That's cute, he's helping. Zack lounges on the sand, his eyes closed while Kara pouts beside him. She doesn't look too happy at Zack. Is she ever happy with Zack? As soon as she pouts, she rushes over towards Leanna.
I'm feeling kind of hungry. Are you hungry?
Let me guess, she's gonna want some ice cream.
Let's go get some food.
She grabs Leanna's hand and drags her over to the food cart. I stand next to Zack. What was that about?
Meh.
You're a giant meh. That's literally, that is, if I had a word to describe you, it would just be, meh. At least with Sho, I could be like, Sho's kind of annoying. He's a person. He's got personality. You're just like, meh. You are the personification of meh. That's you. Zack leans back in the beach chair. I think Kara was trying to get your attention. You do you, boo-boo. No, you do you. I consider nudging Zack, but decide against it. He and Kara have a complicated relationship, and I'm not going to pretend to understand it. Leanna returns with an ice cream. Did I not call this? And seems excited to eat it. Kara trails behind her. She stops right in front of Zack, but turns to face Leanna.
I am starving.
I'm actually shocked she didn't come back with an ice cream. But then again, she would probably know that wouldn't work. So now she's doing the whole, I'm hungry thing. When Leanna looks at Kara, she just seems as baffled as ever. Kara reveals a banana and nothing else. Alright, never mind. That's not below her. She actually went a step further. I thought she was starving. She peels the banana and carefully maneuvers the fruit as far into her mouth as really.
Kara, be careful. If you take it all at once, you could choke.
Continue. Kara grins and slowly pulls the intact banana out of her mouth. Oh god, you did. Yeah, you made it worse.
Oh, don't worry. I have great control over my gag reflexes.
I don't think I can read this anymore. I don't know if I can. Zack starts coughing as his face turns red.
But you're right. I'm just so hungry that I got a little eager. Is this better?
What is happening right now? Why are you doing this toward... I can't lie. She puts a sizable amount of the banana in her mouth at once. Then, noticing Leanna's chagrin, carefully pulls back a lot. She takes in a bit more and then pulls back. Please stop this. I don't think she's actually planning on eating that banana. No, she's not. Not whatsoever. Please never eat a banana like that ever. Like, there's a difference between, like, I hate it when people are like, women can't eat bananas in public. No, they totally can. You can't do that in public. You can't just be like, just don't ever do that in public. She makes eye contact with Zack.
You have weird eating habits.
I don't think she has an eating habit, Zack. That's not the problem. Kara's eyes flash and she takes a vicious bite out of the banana. For some reason I wince, and so does Zack, as he probably should, because Zack's an idiot. When she's done eating, Kara gets close to Leanna again.
Oh, do you know what we forgot to do? Put on sunscreen!
I love Kara so much and hate her at the same time. I actually really don't hate her. It's like, it's small things that she does where I'm like, I need to just go away for a minute. Leanna's eyes widen.
You're right.
You don't like the tan?
It's not about tanning. It's about protecting your skin.
Yes, and remaining as pale as possible.
Exactly.
I don't know the feel. Kara leads Leanna over to the beach towels, and the two of them settle in. Then Kara smears a glob of sunscreen into her hands and starts rubbing the lotion across her chest. Zach's gaze is fixated on the gentle rhythm of her hands. Leanna follows Kara's lead and begins liberally spreading sunscreen over her skin. I'm mesmerized by the smooth flow of her hands across her supple skin, and I imagine their hands traveling up and down her body. They're my hands. Oh, sorry, didn't miss that part. That part's kind of important. Fan service the episode. Boy, is it ever. Also, my favorite part of this is the Pongo there at the Shelby's. It's like, we're building a sandcastle. And she's like, yes, it must be the best sandcastle. These two idiots, he's literally got a nosebleed in the background. I'm just like, oh. And this is just fan service. Just total fan service. Suddenly, Kara's lying on her stomach on the towel and motions to Leanna. I turn to Zach. You know, I couldn't see it when you were on the bed in Wolfston in this pose, but now I'm starting to understand what you mean.
I told you, it's the most attractive pose.
Maybe not most attractive, but pretty attractive.
Liana, do you think you could help me with my back? I'll return the favor. Okay,
apparently it's Liana, not Leanna, but whatever. I've been calling her this whole time.
Of course.
Liana kneels beside her and squirts the lotion into her hands. Suddenly, the bikini strings across Kara's back. Suddenly, the bikini strings across Kara's back falls to her sides undone.
You'll be able to reach more this way.
Fan service the episode. Lana nods and carefully rubs her hands along Kara's skin, making sure to spread the sunscreen evenly across her whole back.
Oh, that feels so nice.
I bet it does. Zach clears his throat and tries to look away, but his eyes are repeatedly drawn back to the girls. Even I start to feel the flush in my cheeks. I really wish I were Kara right now. That's where you went with this? You wish you were Kara? I mean, it's not bad, but I would... Anyway. As Leanna's hands travel up Kara's back, the strings holding her bikini fall loosely to her sides.
Oops.
That's okay. I don't want any tan lines anyway.
Kara lets out a soft moan as Leanna finishes up her back. A small strangled sound escapes Zach's throat. I look over and notice a stream of blood trickling out of his nose. Really? You just noticed it? That's been there for a while. I think you got a bit of something right here. I gesture to his nose.
I'm fine.
No, you're not. When Leanna is done, she helps retie Kara's swimsuit. As Kara stands, she turns around to speak to Zach, then smirks when she notices the nosebleed.
All right, Leanna, your turn.
Leanna looks back at us and frowns.
Maybe later, when we don't have so much of an audience.
I can close my eyes if that helps.
It doesn't.
Alright. Zach and I get shooed away while Kara gives Leanna the same sunscreen treatment. Zach wipes his nose and quickly returns to his usual self while I sneak as many peeks at the girls as I can. Kara seems very familiar with Leanna. My mind wanders back to all those times they shared a room. What actually happened behind closed doors? Honestly, probably nothing really that interesting. After a while, the girls return and Kara throws a ball at us. Zach's lightning reflexes catch the ball.
Nice catch.
Where did you get this?
Does it matter?
Yeah, does it?
Kara?
She giggles.
I bought it, silly. It was with us the entire time. But I suppose you were a bit too distracted to notice.
This dude is constantly distracted at all times. She winks. What game are we playing?
Beach ball.
Leanna grins.
A classic beach game.
How do you play?
We'll split into teams. Me and Zach, and you and Leanna. We'll each stay on our own sides of the court and try to hit the ball over to the other side without letting it drop to the ground.
Okay. This sounds suspiciously like beach volleyball. It is. Sounds fun. I hope you're ready to lose. I don't like volleyball. Sure, that sounds like it could be fun.
And it'll just be an added bonus when we win.
Why is that? Sorry, there's something on my screen. Alright, there we go. Kara smirks.
Oh yeah? Should we make a wager?
Quick save! Leanna's face flushes.
That won't be necessary.
It will be. Kara laughs.
You better get into position or this first serve will be an automatic point for me.
Leanna and I hurry over to the other side of the court. There's a towel placed in the sand to divide the two sides. Kara serves first, and Leanna dives to bump it. Then I spike it over to the other side, expecting the ball to smash to the ground, but Zack saves it and bumps it over. I scramble to reach it, but it lands gently in the sand. You suck, Penicillin. Okay, that wasn't the strongest start. It isn't long before Zack and Kara get into the swing of things. Soon the volleys to either side take longer and longer. At one point, Amy wanders over and sits over to the sidelines on the sidelines to watch. On the last volley, Kara spikes the ball over to our side. Leanna dives to bump it, but misses it by a breath, and the ball bounces in the sand. Leanna lets out a frustrated groan. She serves the ball hard, and it flies over the court. It's okay. Suggest using magic. I have an idea. Leanna looks at me curiously. Oh wait, we don't have our manipulators. This is a dumb idea. I don't know how these two are so good at this game.
Me neither.
We can't let them win.
No!
I can fit a sphere in my pocket. Leanna furrows her brow.
You're suggesting we cheat?
No, I'm suggesting we use magic. That's not cheating. Really? You're going morals with me on a fun... What we're doing right now isn't working. Besides, do you really want to have Zack and Kara lording over that one time they beat us at beach volleyball? You don't want that. Leanna's expression sours.
Are you guys ready to play, or are you discussing how you'll forfeit?
Ooh. Leanna's eyes flash.
Go get the crystal.
Yeah. I start coughing. Hold on. let me grab some water. I race over to the towels and grab one of the flasks of water. After checking to make sure no one's watching, I slip the wind crystal into my pocket. Then I take a swig from the flask and return to the group. This is gonna backfire because I'm gonna overdo it. Leanna gives me a knowing look.
Ready?
I nod. At my signal, Zack serves the ball. I easily bump it back, and Kara sets it up so Zack can spike. The ball curves towards the edge of the court, and Leanna races to hit it. Quickly, I will a breeze to push the ball out of bounds. We start a fresh serve and then volley the ball back and forth. Whenever it looks like Leanna or I will miss, I gently persuade the ball to land where we can bump it back. Sweat drips down Kara and Zack's face as they push themselves. Their expressions of heart and with determination, and their trash talk ceases as they strain to keep up. Meanwhile, Leanna and my spirits are higher than ever. As Zack misses Leanna's spike, he kicks at the sand in frustration.
What the hell was in that water?
For the first time, Amelia speaks.
It is surprising that you all have not noticed that they have been casting
God
magic
damn it,
for the entirety
Amelia!
of the second half
Stop
of the
ruining
match.
shit!
Amy!
Leanna flushes as soon as Amy calls out. I have to salvage this somehow. That is so crazy.
Have they been casting? They aren't wearing the manipulators.
Yeah, we're not.
He has a crystal which he has slipped into his pocket while using the guise of a needed refreshment.
Oh my god, you suck so hard, Amy. You suck so hard. Oh, you noticed?
It was quite obvious.
Alright, fine, then I'm quick loading. Fuck you. Now, how about this? Yeah, you like this, Amy? Yeah, how about that? We'll give her a pep talk. Although Leanna and I try our hardest to keep up, we can't close the lead that Kara and Zack maintain. Ultimately, we end up losing. Wow, lame. Leanna pouts as Kara and Zack celebrate. I still don't understand how they're so good.
Neither do I.
Amy brushes herself off as she stands.
It is because they play upon each other's strengths. Kara's dexterity and swift reflexes allows her free range to serve the ball for Zack's powerful strikes.
Oh great, now I'm supposed to call her Kara? No, it's Kara. We did that. Amelia gives me a blank look. Sort of.
That's pretty smart of them. We mostly just split the court in half and figured if the ball fell into whoever's half, that's who would try to hit it.
They really are a perfect match.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, quite obvious, uh-huh.
How come you didn't say anything?
I was curious of the outcome of such a maneuver.
Seriously? You guys are cheating?
No. I guess the gig is up.
And you were okay with this, Leanna?
Yeah. Her face turns bright red as she struggles to respond. She must be feeling a bit guilty since I pressured her into it. I throw Zack's words back at him. Ooh, yeah, here you go, stand up. So, are you guys ready to play, or are you discussing how you'll forfeit?
Only if you get rid of the crystal.
Fine. Yeah, fine, that's fine. Without the crystal, Zack and Kara regain their lead easily and ultimately win. Okay, so at the end, we're just giant losers. Leanna pouts as Kara and Zack celebrate. I still don't understand how they're so good.
Neither do I.
Yeah, they play to their strengths. You got it. They're a perfect match. How great. Kara throws her arms around Zack. She jumps up and down in celebration. A broad smile with his face. Zack wraps his arms around her too. Oh, finally, he got a clue. Suddenly, he seems to realize what he's done and quickly lets go. Oh, never mind. No, he doesn't. Kara grins and scoots back close to him.
We make a great team, don't we?
You're pretty good at this.
Oh, was that a compliment I just heard?
No, because it's Zack. Of course it's not. Zack crosses his arms.
Don't make a big deal out of it.
She laughs.
Well, you're pretty good at this too.
With the game over, we all gather together and hang out. The sun begins descending in the sky, and we enjoy the light breeze billowing around us. Collectively, we relax in the sand and enjoy the last warmth of the sun. I close my eyes and I soak in the rays, but I still feel a bit restless. I nudge Leanna. Let's go for a walk.
Sure.
Brushing off the sand, I get to my feet, and the two of us walk in pace. The beach expands out into the horizon. Brilliant colors paint the sky as the sun kisses the ocean line. We pass by the cliffs, and both Leanna and I hear voices. She stiffens as she goes on high alert.
Do you hear that?
I've actually been hearing something in my ears this whole time, but I don't know what it is. Yeah. Pick up the pace and can make out frantic yelling.
Help! Somebody help!
Not middle-aged woman! No! We must protect her! My head swings around as I glance wildly about me. Then my gaze focuses on a small boy gripping the edge of the cliff with his tiny fingers. His face is awash of panic as tears stream down his face. Good thing I got the crystals! A woman who is a mother, who I assume a mother, is the mother, screams for help, tears glistening in her eyes as the crowd forms around them. Leanna breaks from me and races to address the boy. I'm close on her heels.
Everything is going to be okay. I just need you to keep holding on, okay?
The boy chokes out his words between sobs.
Can't.
That's fine, I got wind magic, you're good.
Don't let go. Just keep holding on.
No, you can let go, I got wind magic, you're good.
Damn it! I need my manipulator.
It's okay, I got crystals. Remember, we were just at the volleyball game and we have the crystals on us. It's okay, we're good. She turns on her heel and sprints back towards the group and our belongings. We got the crystals! Leanna!
Make sure he holds on. I'll be right back.
My heart races as she disappears from view. The boy swings precariously on the cliffside. She'll never make it in time. Also, I have the crystal. There's a reason why you can do it. Slow down a little bit longer, okay?
My hands are...
Time slows, the boy's fingers slip. I feel helpless as I watch one hand flail and then the other, and suddenly the boy disappears as he falls. My ears pound to the beat of my heart, and all sounds are muted, as if washed away by the ocean. He rushes through the air, but time seems to slow as I reach my arm out. The only thought in my head is to save him. I want him to slow. He's falling too fast. Slow down. Gather the wind around him and slow down. And to my surprise, he does. His descent slows and slows until he's hovering just above the ground, and then he drops ungracefully into the sand, but ultimately unhurt. His mother is right by his side, clutching him to her chest. His sobs are drowned by the tears of his mother as she scolds him with a mixture of harsh words and kisses. Weird. The scene replays in my head over and over again. How he was falling and then he wasn't. I remember reaching out my arm and then the wind that saved him. Was that for me? I can still feel the lingering tingle in my arm as the injury dissipates. Yes, because you have the crystal with you. Gradually the shock wears off and I feel life returning to my limbs. I feel I'm a bit groggy, like I've just woken up from a nap, but I notice the intense stares a few people are giving me. Whispers snake around me and I catch words like casting and impossible.
That was magic, wasn't it? The boy slowed down and then stopped in midair. You saw it, didn't you?
Yeah.
But who could have cast it?
This guy.
Must have been a mage out here, watching.
Sure, that works too.
Yeah.
They glance around looking for anyone who could be suspicious and their gazes land on me. Uh-oh. As her eyes narrow, Leanna finally returns and rushes over. The team is right behind her. Our things are already gathered. Leanna gently urges me to move.
Now that the boy is safe, we should get moving.
Indeed, it will only cause more questions the longer we stay.
As we trudge up the cliffside stairs, I can't stop wondering, was that me? I knew I wanted to save the kid, but I wasn't wearing my manipulator. You have the crystals! That's impossible, isn't it? And yet I feel the unmistakable tingle of magic flow through my arm. Kara voices my thoughts in a low, urgent voice.
What happened back there?
I don't know.
You casted.
Damn right I did. What?
Somehow, you have discovered a method in which you can cast without your manipulator.
I had a... well... but I thought that was impossible.
Yes, however, absorbing energy directly is impossible too. For you to use that internal energy to cast is a new occurrence for all of us.
We don't know how to channel magic without a manipulator, so we could only teach you to cast in the only way we know how.
Do you believe you could replicate such a casting?
Possibly. I'm not sure.
Maybe here isn't the best place to be discussing this.
Zach eyes the crowd of people rushing past us, presuming to check out the beach.
Yeah, let's get to the inn first.
Okay. We all change out of our swimsuits and then regroup. Kara leads the way and soon brings us to the inn as night falls. We settle down in a secluded corner, all wearing grave expressions. The more I think about it, the more I'm able to come to grips that I cast it from within, and the more excited I feel. After all, I just did the impossible! The silence is stifling. I can feel the questions teetering on the edge of my team's lips, but no one seems willing to speak up first. I want to see if I can cast that again, but the inn isn't the best place to do that. We should save. Leanna is the first to break the silence.
So, the beach...
I look at her.
You casted without a manipulator.
Yeah? Hearing that still sounds so weird and unnatural.
How did you do it?
I don't know. I have no idea. Everything happened so fast.
Perhaps you can recall certain stimuli which may have affected you differently.
No. Think back. The kid was falling and I didn't want him to get hurt, and then it just happened.
Was there a technique you used which is different than what you normally do?
No. I don't know. I just reached out and then the energy shot out of my arm.
Did the energy feel any different?
No. Amy raises a brow at Kara.
What? I'm not a caster.
Yeah, she doesn't understand this shit. Maybe a bit more concentrated? I really don't remember. My mind was focused on other things. Amy frowns.
There must have been an effect which triggered the change in the cast. Something which allowed you to connect with your inner reservoir of energy. If you could just recall what it is, you could replicate the cast.
My mind has a swirl of thoughts. Leanna notices my discomfort.
Maybe we should table this discussion for later.
Table for three. Table of three. Coming to you on the Crystalline network. Anyway.
It is imperative that we discover how to recreate the cast.
I agree, but we may be more successful if he tries to cast again. And the inn isn't the ideal place to practice.
You know what the inn is ideal for? Drinks! Always ideal for that. Amy pauses and nods.
You are correct. We shall attempt to recast again when we are more isolated.
Maybe we should figure out our next steps for finding the water temple.
You're right. We had our break at the beach, but we did come here for a reason.
This city is the closest to the islands among the coast. If I recall correctly, the exact location of the water temple has been lost to even Elderism. My assumption would be that it is located on one of those islands, similar to how the wind temple was located on the floating isles.
An intelligent assumption, but one that will keep you from the true location, I fear.
Who are you? We turn to the stranger approaching our table. His silver hair is pulled back out of his face to reveal kind brown eyes. He's tall in stature with a sturdy build, but the rugged lines in his face show his age. He offers a genuine smile through his beard.
That which has been hidden from memory is safely stored beneath nature's rocky peaks.
Why do I know this name? I know this name for some reason. What? Who is this guy and why is he eavesdropping on our conversation? Zach narrows his eyes.
And who are you?
Just a simple bard.
Bard.
The man's eyes light up. He clears his throat.
I warned the lonely soul not to seek comfort from the sea, for her will cannot be tamed, and when she pulls him into a watery bosom for his death, she cannot be blamed.
Why do I know this guy? Suddenly, Leanna leaps out of her chair and topples over with a clatter. Her cheeks are rosy and her voice grows in enthusiasm as she finishes the reaction.
And yet still he sought her bravely, wading ever deep. And far beneath her seafoam lace, his secrets she will keep.
Help me! Her eyes shine with a bright wonder as she stares transfixed at the man. He grins at her.
That was beautiful. I thank you.
I love the poetry of Giggling. It's great to meet someone who also knows of his work.
The man grins but doesn't say more.
When did you come across his poem?
Just after I finished writing it, I suppose.
Leanna looks as if she just had a heart attack.
You're Giggling?
He nods and bows slightly. Leanna takes in a sharp breath of air, then squeals excitedly.
I can't believe I'm talking to the Giggling!
Why do I know who this, like, I feel like I should know who this is, but at the same time, I don't know who this is. She hops up and down in excitement and giggles like a schoolgirl. Her face is flushed and there are stars in her eyes.
Your poems and stories are what got me through my toughest years at the academy. Would it be okay if... I mean, it's just such an honor. Can I shake your hand?
In response, Giggling holds Leanna's hands in his own, and she lets out a squeak at his touch.
I am honored to meet someone who has such a deep appreciation for my work.
Who's Giggling? Yeah, I kinda need some help here. Kara and Zach wear the same blank expression I have.
You don't know him?
I feel like I should. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. It's not Giguk. We're not doing that again. That was an inside joke. But I feel like I've heard this name before somewhere. Why do I know this?
The famous bard!
Who?
He's traveled throughout Asaria, recording the stories of adventurers. His poems are known throughout Havengard. He's a legend.
Oh, is this the one of the hero dudes? Is that why I know that?
You give me too much credit.
You're just being humble.
Lana looks completely smitten. And please, it's not like he's a rocket scientist. I don't get the appeal of celebrities. I don't like how into this guy Lana is. Lana speaks really highly of him, and I haven't seen her this excited about anything else. Maybe his work is really worth checking out. I'd love to read one of your poems.
You're too kind. Perhaps I could give you a live performance, if there's time.
Sure. He taps his flute. Leanna's eyes go wide.
A live performance would be the best thing ever.
Oh, actually, I think I have heard of this guy. You wrote about the thief and the purple marble, right?
He seems pleasantly surprised.
One of my earlier works. I am pleased people are still familiar with it. It is a fun little tale.
Yes, my name is Gingalang. I'm pleased by anything that anybody has heard from me from any time period. I'm just pleased that you know something of me.
That doesn't explain why you're here, or why you were listening in on us.
Hey, Zach, how about you be less of a dick? As I was just being a dick.
Sorry if I overstepped, but it's been a long time since I'd heard anyone talk about the temples. I couldn't help but be interested. And it sounds like you could use some help, too. I can guide you to the entrance of the water temple. It's located below the mountain valley.
I like how you read your lines. How do you know where that is? How do you know where it is? I like how I read my lines. Not well. He knowingly taps his nose.
As a bard, I do come across all manner of stories and information.
He strokes his beard in thought.
If you're open to the suggestion, I'd be happy to show you where it is.
Why would you want to join us?
I'll admit my motives are a bit selfish. If your adventure is seeking out the temple, I'd like to share in your adventure.
He just wants to share an adventure. Leanna gasps.
You want to record a story about us?
He nods.
I promise I won't be dead weight. I know the journey through the temples is treacherous, but I have heard a lot about them through my own travels.
Sweet. Zach seems skeptical.
Stories are stories. How do we know if your information is accurate?
Listen, we followed wilder goose chases than some guy who just writes poems. Kara nods.
Yeah, that one about the thief seemed pretty fantastical.
Because he's Gingalang. He doesn't need to make up stories. He bases them all on real events.
I wanted to make a Timbaland reference, but with Gingalang, but nobody was gonna get it, so it was funny in my head. Throughout this, Amelia had been scanning through Elder Issam's notes.
Perhaps there is merit in what the bard says. If even Elder Issam had difficulty locating it, then it must be well hidden. We do know that the Aquarians use the nearby mountains as defenses against neighboring tribes. It is not unlikely that the temple could have been built within the mountain. Difficult terrain deters unwanted visitors.
Then it's settled. Gingalan can lead us to the temple.
Amelia nods.
It would be valuable to have the aid of a knowledgeable bard such as he. I spent many a late night reading through his tales of past heroes. They are quite fascinating.
Gingalang smiles warmly.
They deserve all the recognition they've received.
Kara eyes the people trickling into the inn. They talk animatedly about the secret mage at the beach today.
It is getting a bit late. Maybe we should turn in for the night. We can head to the water temple tomorrow with the help of our new guide.
I like the sound of that. Agreed. I also don't really want to listen to people talk about the beach incident. What if there's an unlikely chance someone recognizes me? Gingalang smiles at us and pushes himself to his feet.
I'm very excited to see this next adventure unfold. I will meet you here in the morning.
Sounds good. We say our goodbyes and head upstairs. As I get ready for bed, I notice the Pongo never returned. He probably decided to spend the night with the girls. The lucky Pongo gets to go wherever he likes. I crawl into my bed and eventually fall into a dreamless sleep. Alrighty, and that'll do it for this episode of Crystalline. I guess we have quite the adventure for us on the next episode. If you enjoyed today's content, go ahead and leave a like down below. If you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and let me know what you thought about today's episodes in the comments. I'm like nicely like tipsy right now. I like this. It's like a good kind of vibe and mood I got going on. But I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.